see. Okay, I don't know whether they get an exception or they still have to follow the law. Once upon a time, they got into trouble. Okay, those are maximum price. Now, what is the goal of maximum price? Ensure affordability, prevent hoarding, and price stability. Okay, now so far, any questions? Right? What is hoarding? Yes, you keep the things. Why do you keep the things? Why do you hoard? Emergency use? No. Usually when you hoard, it's like that. If I'm a seller, I sell, let's say, onion. I know Hari Raya is coming, right? Demand for onion will be very high. And I find that it's actually not enough in the market. So what I do, I don't sell. I buy a lot of onion, I keep it in the store there. It's called hoarding. So I create the shortage. I make the shortage even worse. So when 2 days or 1 day before Hari Raya, oh my God, I cannot get onion. How do I make my rendang? Problem, right? Huge, right? People will panic. So the price of onion will go up 30%, 100%, triple even, right? So then when the price is high, I sell whatever in my stock. Can see now? So hoarding, this is going to happen, okay? You're going to create a panic. So basically this is hoarding. All right. Now sometimes the aim is also for price stability. Certain items, the price will shoot up and down very, very fast. So this are very volatile. So this also we put a cap, maximum price. Okay. Now maximum price is like that. Now demand and supply, you all study this already, right? So this is the equilibrium price, equilibrium quantity. So if you are at this point, sell at this price and this quantity, the market is efficient. The market is in equilibrium, meaning no shortage, no surplus, no excess stocks. Okay, so basically this is what we mean by equilibrium. But if the government put a maximum price below it, so we call it a ceiling price sometimes. Maximum price, what will happen? At this price, quantity demand is supply is here. Supplier just want to supply Q1. But demand is at Q2. You see a problem or not? Demand more than supply, we have a shortage, right? So what do we call a shortage? We call it a seller's market, right? Why is it a seller's market? Because when the seller take out to sell, he just have to sell for 30 minutes, everything gone. Then he tell people out of stock, bye bye. Okay, and I cannot increase my price, so I don't want to increase my supply. I just want to sell this. I'm not making money, so that's it. Can see that? So this is what happened in a maximum price. Can see that? Okay. Now, so in practice, you can see that maximum price is for essential food items. This one I say gardenia bread, mineral water, cooking oil. Now, these are all with a maximum price. Sometimes in festive season, you have whole list of goods put under maximum price again. We call it control price item. Number one is always chicken. Number two is egg. Chicken also got different types. Chicken, big chicken, small chicken, super size chicken, right? Eggs also got grade A, grade B, grade C. What is the maximum price you can sell? So these are controlled. So the reason why we have it in festive season is like what we say. We want to make sure that supplier don't hoard. Right? If we have a maximum price, even the supplier hoard no use because this is the maximum price you can sell. You might as well just sell it. Okay? Essential food item is the first goal. We want to ensure affordability, particularly to the low-income household, right? In Malaysia, we call it B40, right? So we get at the bottom 40% of the income. So they can actually afford and it makes their life easier, right? We don't want them to spend, 30, 40% of their income just on food itself. Another 30% on rental, Can see the problem, Okay? Now, then in UK, we have maximum price for football. Okay, so if you're watching in UK, if you're watching EPL and all those things, when it comes to the final, semi-final, or whatever, the price of the ticket can be very, very expensive if you leave it to the market. Okay, now if it's very expensive, what is the problem? Then football become what do we call it? Sports that is enjoyed only by the rich people. Alright, it will for them to go outside and watch TV. But TV also expensive, you have to pay cable and all those things. Okay, so basically this is the thing, right? So they make sure that this football can be enjoyed by the masses. So we have maximum price. Okay, and also we have maximum price for train tickets, highway tolls, and utilities. Utilities are water, electricity, all these they cannot simply increase prices. If TNB want to increase price, they have to tell the education, the energy minister, the minister will table the bill in the parliament to get the approval and say we are going to increase, right? Then Prime Minister Anwar will come and say no, this is going from Baybankan like that and whatnot, right? Scores some political point. Whoa, you cannot increase price. Can see that? So basically, these are all maximum price. Now, why do we have this? Because these firms usually are not 100%. They are monopoly firms. Monopoly, that means they are the only seller. So if I'm the only seller selling an essential goods like water and electricity, I can charge whatever price I want. And I will make a lot of profit. But people will suffer in general. Okay, so we want to make sure that this monopoly do not abuse or exploit their monopoly power and burden the people too much. Of course, we want the monopoly to make profit, right? Otherwise, they don't want to invest, okay? But don't make too much. Okay, so make sure that we will control this. So these are also, in practice, we will have maximum price on this item. Okay, any questions? You ask any questions? Okay, now government intervention. Now, so this is the government intervention. Now, when you have minimum price, just now we say, you will have shortage. Now, if you don't clear this shortage, you will have a lot of problems. Okay, the next slide, we're going to look at the problem we face. Now, so what do we do is you have to clear the shortage. Now, to clear the shortage, in terms of Gardenia bread and all those things, or Massimo bread, the government will tell this bread manufacturer, supply enough of this white bread. Right? Then Gardenia definitely going to complain, no now flour expensive, or I'm not making a profit. Okay, then they discuss. Okay, then maybe we can adjust the bread slightly higher. This price, happy enough? Happy, okay, good enough. We can make enough profit. Okay, then you continue. So regulation, okay? Or if let's say now we have a shortage of rice, we don't have enough rice, right? Prices of rice is going to go up. When prices of rice goes up, right? Your chicken rice, your whatever things are, right? Your bihun, everything based on rice, they will go up. So what happened? We have a shortage. Prices are high. We have a shortage. So what happened is we have to source from import. If we cannot buy import, we are in trouble. All right, so if other countries don't want to sell us rice, we are in trouble, okay? Now, after that, you have to encourage new investment. If your shortage is severe, you need to increase your production capacity. That means you have to invest, right? But this one, you cannot solve your problem now. If you want to increase the supply of rice, it's not so easy. Today, you put in more money, next year, you get more rice. Sorry, you want to plant rice, first thing you got to do is what? You have to make the paddy field, right? Now, the paddy field is very expensive, right? Because the paddy field, have you seen paddy field before, right? Box square one, right? So paddy field, you need to develop all those things, and then you need proper irrigation, right? You want to make sure, basically, you're making lots of swimming pool. Okay, so that is how you plant paddy. So basically, paddy is very, very difficult for rice and very expensive. Nobody wants to do that unless you can give me a guarantee that that I can make certain amount of profit. Other than that, nobody wants to do that, right? So this is the problem. So if you have a shortage and you have a maximum price, make sure you have enough supply. But this only in the long term. What about rationing? Right? People got not enough, then they need to ration. Right? So rationing, that means they need to limit how much you can buy. Okay, so for example, let's say rice is we have shortage. Okay, we keep a maximum price. So what do? We get them to we limit everyone who comes in. They can only buy let's say they can only buy 10 kg. Okay, so we don't want people to hoard. They buy 30 kg, 40 kg, 100 kg. They put in the house because they are afraid. Once you have shortage, people are afraid. Then they sell more. So what happens now? So we have a problem, right? So what we do is they ration. Now, rationing, this is what they do. They limit how much you can buy. Does it work or not? Cannot work, right? Quite difficult. Let's say last time we have cooking oil. Okay, we say cooking oil, you can only buy 1.5 kg per person. Okay, I'm a restaurant. I have 50 workers. I get all my 50 workers, go to the supermarket, every worker buy 1.5 kg, I bring back, I got a lot of cooking oil. You can see that? So you still have shortage. Alright, so this is a problem. This is one of the solutions, but this solution is very difficult. Lastly, subsidize. Okay, subsidize the producer, get the producer to produce more. This one, of course, it works, but very expensive also. Okay, so government intervention for maximum price comes at a price. Okay, so if you want to have maximum price, your intention is very good. You want to help low-income family, yes, but the consequences will be these other price you have to pay. Somebody will still have to pay the price. See that? Okay. Now we look at the problems here. Now the issues arise. Number one, maximum price has a shortage. Okay, so this is the first problem. You don't have enough. So if you can do all those things previously, yes, then you can solve this problem. But if you cannot, then sorry lah. Now the second thing is this thing called black market. Now what is black market? At this quantity, Q1, this is the supply, right? The black market is here. This is what happened to the black market price. Because the demand curve is here, people are willing to pay this price. So who is willing to pay this price? Again, high income. People with very high income, they are willing to pay a lot more for this product. So this is going to happen, although the supply is here, but many of these supply will be missing, right? Because seller is going to sell it in the black market, right? They will say that, okay, this one out of stock. You say, no lah, I can pay more, I want this. You pay more, okay, I give you a phone number, okay, you call this number, maybe I think he got stock. But you have to prepare to pay more. Okay, no problem, then you call. Same guy answer, hello. Okay, the price is 3 times, okay, no problem, 3 times itself. So that's called black market. Okay, meet me behind the store. Okay, go behind there, I will sell to you. Okay, so this is called black market price. Okay, now market distortion. Now this is market distortion. If you have a maximum price, okay, this thing will be overused. Correct? People are simply going to waste it. Say we can find the supply we can get from other countries and all those things. But what happens? The thing will still be overused because the maximum price is there. Right? For example, let's say price of petrol in Malaysia is cheap. Right? There's a maximum price and they are subsidized by the government. So what do? We drive very big car, sports car, whatever, all these things, okay? We use car for all sorts of things which is not necessarily inefficient. Right? So this is, we call it price distortion. Okay? Now, we know price is a signal. When the price goes up, people will use less. Producer will produce more. But if the price is fixed here, you cannot go up. Then producer don't produce more. So this is what we mean by market distortion. But if the price is here, demand will always be high. Demand will always be high. Okay, now we have quality issues. Got it? Yes, shortage. You want to buy, don't buy your problem. Okay, if you want to buy, so many other people waiting in queue, in line to buy. So I don't really care about quality. Can see that? Okay, you just get it. Okay, and lastly, if you have a shortage, you have a long queue. Why is queue bad? Queue is a waste of time, right? So many people there queuing for 2 hours, 3 hours. It's a waste of time, right? These people are supposed to be working, doing resting, going out with friends, all those things. The longer you have queue, the more inefficient your resource allocation. So these are all the problems you have with maximum price. So how to solve the problem? Don't have maximum price. You don't have all these problems, okay? But then price will go up and down. Okay, maybe price will go higher, but that we will suffer for a shorter period. But then price, we believe that they can actually regulate. Can see now. So if you want to intervene maximum price, then the government have to prepare to do a lot of things. How do you ensure that? Alright, so basically this is what happened in Malaysia today. Right? Not just Malaysia, but everywhere around the world. The price of food all going up. Okay. Okay, 9:30 now. Okay, we just do this and then we have a short break. Alright, we just finish this off. Okay, now rent control. Rent control is a form of maximum price. Right? Rent control means, let's say in KL, the rental is very expensive. Rental here expensive, right? One room in Sunyu resident, Nadayu, all that, how much? Don't know. Sunway Geo, do you know how much rental per unit? $2,000. One room, I think about $700, $800. I got friends staying in Waterfront. Last time used to call SM Sunway Monash Resident, now it's called, called Waterfront. One room, not even attached bathroom, is about $700 per month. Okay, so rental become very expensive, especially in the city. So what happened is the government can impose what we call a rent control. Rent control got two things. Number one, they say maximum for this size, this type of room, or in this area, maximum rent is maybe 500. Nobody can charge more than that. Number two, you cannot force people to evict, right? You cannot force eviction, or you cannot force people to go out. So that is to help or to protect the people who are renting, so that people who rent, they will still be able to stay there. Can see that? We don't want the price of rent to go up. So this is called rent control. So when you have rent control, let's say this is the maximum price for renter, then the supply of rent will only be here, much less. Okay, so who will benefit? The people who are staying, existing there, they will benefit. But then we have a shortage. So who will not benefit? A lot of people will not get even rental, right? Because landlord or those homeowners, they don't want to rent their property out because the rental is too low. The second problem, just now we talk about quality issues, right? So the rent will be in very bad quality, right? The toilet is not working, the ceiling is leaking, right? Here got mold, right? The floor is broken, all sorts of things. So basically, the quality issues also there, right? So basically, this is about rent control. So we look at rent control, pros and cons. These are the cons. Decrease in the supply of apartment. Less people want to rent out. Discourages turnover. Turnover, that means people buy new houses and then new people come in, people leave, and although it's stuck there, right? Everybody will be staying in the same place. Potential decline in housing quality. Quality, just like I said, is going to be bad. Okay, so this is the problem with rent control. But the good thing about rent control is it promotes affordability. But this only works for people who are already staying in this. Once you start the rent control, you are staying in this. Right? If you are not staying in a place with rent control, chances are you are not likely going to get one. Right? Because supply will be much less. Protect vulnerable population. Okay, so if you are staying there and you are vulnerable, for example, you have low income, you are old, you don't have children, you are single, right? So these are the things you don't get kicked out from your house. Okay, provides neighborhood stability. So people will stay in the same neighborhood for a long time, then the neighborhood will be more stable. Not like every time you have new people coming in and out, who are they? Okay, help prevent gentrification, right? Gentrification, that means if your rental become more and more expensive, so low income people will move, and the people who move in are all high income. So eventually the whole place you only got high income people. So we call it gentrification. So reduces homelessness. So these are the pros, right? And these are the cons. Okay. So in terms of rent control, it's generally a problem of housing shortage problem. So to solve the housing shortage, the shortage of housing, sometimes it is better to just build more houses rather than use rent control. When you use rent control, you are actually making the landlords, the people who are renting the place, they have to suffer all these things. They have to get lower income. I mean, the lower rental in terms of the appreciation of the property, all will be depressed. Okay, so that will be on rent control. Okay, any questions? A bit tired, Okay, we go for 5 minutes break. All right, we come back with minimum price.